Hi, this is Patrick Cushing from WorkHands, and I'm going to take you through how to use the National Wood Flooring Association's apprenticeship system for your apprentices. I'm right now logged in for you as a supervisor. I'm going to show you what you're going to do to approve the hours your apprentices accrue, the competencies they're accruing, as well as any of the coursework they're doing through NWFA University or any of the other courses they're taking as part of the apprenticeship. Now, first things first, I'm going to show you this all from my desktop, but you may be using this on a phone, and it'll all shrink down just like that, but we'll keep it full screen for here. On your dashboard is everything relevant to you, so you'll have a list of your apprentices, any of the time cards or evaluations they've assigned. You'll see we have one submitted here for each of an evaluation and time card, so we'll go through and take care of that. And then you'll see the documents associated with any of your apprentices and any of the reports generated specifically for you. First, let's just check out the apprentices. So you can see that you'll have anywhere from 1 to many apprentices when you log in. Any of who are in your organization or your company will show up here. And if you're specifically set up to approve hours for them, you'll actually see that you're assigned. So we'll just take a look at that. I've actually got this one open already. And this is what your apprentice is going to see when they log in. Now, they won't have the ability to make changes like you would. If you could come in here, you could actually change your apprentice's status if they're canceled, completed, on hold. You may have to make other changes in here. You'll see from their perspective, they don't have any time cards to submit right now, any evaluations. You'll see their courses. One thing that you'll be doing as part of NWFA's program is typically assigning courses for the apprentice to take. And these will be a mix, again, of courses they'll take through NWFA University. Some of these may be local at different training centers. So you'll be just making sure that you're keeping them on track with what they need to do as part of their apprenticeship. So if they're going to do something that's let's say border placement, they need to take this as part of, I think, NWFA University. You go find the border placement class. So they need to do it in 2019. Maybe you're doing it for 2020. And this isn't a semester dependent thing, so we can make sure it's not semester dependent. Make sure you take this on NWFA. And we can actually notify the apprentice, and if you want them to confirm they received it, we could actually do that as well. So we'll go ahead and assign that. And so now your apprentice knows exactly what they should be doing. So the idea is really to lay out for them the requirements they have, and when they're actually complete, say they completed this abrasives course, you can actually mark that as complete. And they'll start to see how they're doing progress-wise as they go through the system, so they can actually see where they're at in their apprenticeship. So just bumped up a little bit from that 2-hour course they took there. You'll also see at any given time, you can see where your apprentice is at progress-wise. You can pull up their OJT charts, and you'll see how they're doing with all of their hours they're accruing and how they're doing with all their skills or competencies. We show green as approved hours or skills. Light green are submitted hours or skills. That's awaiting your approval. And then we project generally where they'd be for both hours and skills. We do that for all of their work processes, all of their competencies as well. So as they're going through the program, if you need to come back and see where they're at and what they need to fill in, is a great tool for you and your apprentices to see at any given time. Now let's go and take action on a few things. We're going to go back to your dashboard now. And again, you have your apprentices list, but we generally try to show you the things you need to take action on. So for time cards, let's pull that up. You see there's one submitted. That means you as a supervisor need to approve it. We automatically filter what you're going to see based on submitted because that's something you have to take action on. But if, say, you want to see all time cards and you have multiple apprentices, if you just remove that filter, you could see all of them there as well. Let's just pull up this submitted time card. And we pull this up. What we're going to do is we're going to see all of the same work processes or work categories with all of the hours the apprentice has actually accrued and submitted to you for approval. For you as a supervisor, there's very little you need to do as you go in here. You go through, review, make sure everything's accurate. You can make changes if you need to. So you may see the hours they put in here. You may want to reject these hours if for whatever reason it doesn't map up with what you're looking for. If you reject, you just need to give feedback so the apprentice can actually take care of that. But I would say 9 times out of 10, you're actually just going to go through and approve. You can give a comment if you'd like. But you're simply reviewing their hours, making sure they line up with what they actually did this past month, and approving those hours to get the updated charts for that apprentice. Each month, we give the apprentice a reminders to submit all these hours. And so they'll get notified at the beginning of the month. It is time to submit their hours for last month. They'll get notified if they haven't submitted, typically after a week. And for whatever reason they still haven't submitted, they'll get notified they're officially overdue, typically around the 10th. Now for you, we generally notify you as apprentices submit information for your review, but if for whatever reason you don't get to as well, we give you a reminder that, hey, you've got 3, 4, 5 time cards awaiting approval or things like that. Now, it's the same thing if we go back to your dashboard. In addition to the hours, because your apprentices are doing a competency-based program, you'll have evaluations. So apprentices do a general self-evaluation, and they submit these over to you for approval. All the same system, we just do these quarterly, so you're not having to do these every single month. When these get sent over to you, again, you'll get a notification, either text message, email, or app notification, depending on how you interact with WorkHands. You'll pull up one of these submitted evaluations or reviews. You'll see all the competencies associated with the apprenticeship program and what the apprentice is actually assigned for it. So you may come in here and say, actually, you know what? I think you need to spend a little bit more work on explaining findings to a customer, but I think you've actually done a pretty solid job of demonstrating usage of job site checklists. So we'll update those, review everything else. Maybe you want to add a comment. Great job. And from there, you can go ahead and approve these just as you would with any of the hours. So that's going to be the bulk of your experience with WorkHands, is generally just approving hours and competencies that are sent over to you. Close this out for now. Now, a few of the other things you'll get out of WorkHands, you'll get reports that are generated automatically for you each month. These reports will notify you each month these come up, and these will have a snapshot of all of your apprentices you're assigned and where they're at. If you want apprentice-specific reports, just go to the apprentices page, and they'll have a detailed breakdown of every time card they've ever submitted, every evaluation they've ever had, all their coursework, things like that. If you have any documents associated with your apprentices you want to upload, you can go in here, go and choose to add a document, pick which of your apprentices you're uploading for, and then you can associate anything from waivers for courses or time cards, any application materials, things like that you want to keep on record for them. And then finally, as you're using WorkHands, if you have any question about how to use it, what you should be doing, things like that, you can always pull us up on chat support. This is available both on the app as well as on the desktop. You start a conversation with our team from here. If for whatever reason we're not there, we'll typically get back to you within a day or so. So that's it. That's WorkHands. If you have anything you need, don't hesitate to reach out to us on chat or support at WorkHands. But otherwise, good luck and congrats on getting your apprentice going.